Ni hao, everyone. Today's story is called Moose on the Loose by Scott Tulloch. Imagine you could have any pet in the whole world. What would you choose? Remember, it would have to be able to fit into your house and not scare the neighbours too much. Willie can think of all sorts of cool pets he'd like to have, but usually they're too big, or too small, or too smelly, or too extinct. Besides, you already have pets, says Mum. Willie has a cat called James Brown. James Brown is fat, fluffy, hungry and friendly, but not to other cats. Other cats think he's ferocious. Hiss! Then there's Stephen, who is also a cat. Stephen is dim, docile, dotted and dribbly. Stephen is very nice and tries to get along with everybody. He is the only other cat James Brown will tolerate, up to a point. Willie loves playing with his two cats. The cats love playing with Willie too. Sometimes Willie finds new pets. Last week he found a praying mantis, a tadpole, a snail and this spider. Unfortunately, he couldn't keep the spider for very long. Willie's dad is a bit scared of spiders, but Willie has one pet who is extra special. He's the amazing Mr. Moose. Mr. Moose lives in Willie's bedroom. During the day, he likes to relax because night time is a very busy time for Mr. Moose. He likes to start with some serious snuggling. Mr. Moose is an expert snuggler. He knows how to keep very quiet while Willie is trying to get to sleep. Then once Willie is safely snoozing, Mr. Moose leaps into action. First he checks that there's nothing hiding under the bed, or in the closet, or outside the window. If he finds something that shouldn't be there, Mr. Moose scares it off with a karate chop. He takes care of any bumps and thumps in the night. With Mr. Moose watching over him, Willie can sleep safe and sound. Bad things don't stand a chance when Mr. Moose is on the loose. In the morning, Mr. Moose even lets Mum know that he was the one who made Willie's bed wet. Meow, 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 meow. Dad likes Mr. Moose too. He says that unlike some pets, Mr. Moose is cheap to feed and he's always quiet. And Mr. Moose never does anything stinky. What an awesome pet. Willie isn't sure where Mr. Moose came from. Mum says she bought him at a jumble sale, but Dad said he tracked Mr. Moose down on a dangerous expedition to the wild. Sometimes, very occasionally, even brave Mr. Moose from the wild, or possibly a jumble sale, feels a tiny bit scared Then Willie takes charge. He gathers up all the pets and off they go to the safest place in the house. There it is. It's Mum and Dad's bed, isn't it? Maybe it's just as well Willie can't have any pet he wants.